Parivartini, Parsva and Vamana Ekadashi. References come from Bhavishya Puran, Skanda Puran, Srimad Bhagavad Puran, Vishnu Puran, Brahmavaivat Puran, and many other scriptures. This Ekadasi, King Yudhishthira addresses Sri Krishna and requests to find out more about the Ekadasi. And Sri Krishna responds, this Ekadasi removes all one's sinful reactions, and therefore it's also called Jayanti Ekadashi. Just hearing of its glories frees one from all his past misdeeds. So auspicious is this fast that observing it bestows the same merit as that earned by performing a horse sacrifice. This Ekadashi also awards liberation very easily. Vishnu turns to the right side in the ocean. Sri Yudhishthira Maharaj asks Sri Krishna, how does this happen? This Ekadashi occurs in the Shukla Paksh, 11th day of the Bhadrapad, as per the Sanatan Vedic Hindu lunar calendar, and in August to September as per the Gregorian calendar. Who is the worshipable deity for this Ekadashi, and what merit does one attain in observing it? Kindly reveal to me. Yudhishthira Maharaj asks Sri Krishna. O Yudhishthira, Krishna replies, this Ekadashi is also called Vamana Ekadashi, and it bestows upon those who observe it both great merit and ultimate liberation from material bondage. As it removes one's sinful reactions, it is also called Jayanti Ekadashi. If one truly desires freedom from the material world, they should observe fast on Vaman. One should also worship the Supreme Lord in his form as Vaman Dev, the dwarf incarnation whose eyes are like lotus petals. By doing so, he worships all other deities as well as Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, and at death he undoubtedly goes to the abode of Sri Hari. This Ekadashi is so auspicious. It celebrates the day when the sleeping Lord Vishnu turns over to his other side, and therefore also known as Parivartini Ekadashi. O Janardhan, asks Yudhishthira, please clear a question I have. How is it that the Supreme Lord sleeps and then turns over on his side? O Lord, when you're asleep, what happens to all other living entities? And also tell me how you bound the king of demons, Bali, Daityaraj, Bali Maharaj, as well. How does one observe Chaturmasya, which you mention in Chaturmasya Mahatmya of Bhavishya Puran? O Krishna, be merciful and please answer these questions. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Bhagwan Sri Krishna replied, O Yudhishthira, lion among kings, I will narrate to you an historical event. Simply by hearing this eradicates all one's sinful reactions. In the Treta Yuga, a king named Bali, born in the dynasty of demons, Daityas, was devoted to me. He sang many Vedic hymns to me and performed home rituals yagnas, fire sacrifices, just to satisfy me. He respected the twice-born Brahmins and engaged them in performing sacrifices daily. The great soul had a quarrel with Indra and eventually defeated him in a battle. Bali took over his entire celestial kingdom, which I myself had given to Indra. Indra and all other devas, the demigods, came with many great sages and complained about Bali Raja to me, bowing their heads to the ground and offering many sacred prayers from the Veds. They worshipped me along with their spiritual master Brihaspati. I agreed to appear on their behalf as dwarf Vaman Dev, my fifth incarnation. King Yudhishthira further inquired, "O Lord, how is it possible for you to conquer such a powerful demon, and only by coming in the form of a dwarf? Please explain this. I am your faithful devotee." Bhagwan Krishna replied, "Though a dwarf, I was a Brahman and I approached the pious King Bali for alms in the form of land. O Daitya Raj Bali, please give me just 3 steps of land in charity. Such a small piece of land will be good as all 3 worlds for me." Bali agreed and granted my request without any lengthy consideration and took a sankalp, a vow, to give me the land. My body began to expand in a gigantic, transcendental form. I covered the entire earth with my feet, all the Bhuvarlok with my thighs, the Swarg, the heavens with my waist, the Mahalok with my stomach, the Janlok with my chest, Tapalok with my neck, and Satyalok with my head and face. I covered the entire material creation and the cosmic world. Indradev and Shesh, the king of snakes, began to sing Vedic hymns and offered prayers to me. I took Bali by hand and said to him, "O sinless one, I have covered the whole earth with 1 step and all the heavenly planets with the 2nd. Where shall I place my foot to measure the 3rd step of land you promised me?" On hearing this, Bali Maharaj bowed down in humility and offered me his head to place my 3rd step. "O Yudhishthira, I placed my foot on his head and sent him all the way to patala. Seeing him humbled, I became very pleased and told Bali that hereon I would permanently reside in his palace. Thereafter, on Parivartini Ekadashi, which occurs in the light part of the month of Bhadrapad, Bali, the son of Virochan, grandson of Prahlad, installed a deity form of me in his residence. O king, until Haribodhini Ekadashi, which occurs in the light part of the month of Kartik, I continued to sleep in the ocean of milk. The merit one accumulates during this period is particularly powerful. One should therefore observe the Parivartini Ekadashi carefully. It is especially purifying and cleanses one of all sinful reaction. On this day, the faithful devotee should worship Lord Trivikram, Vaman Dev, who is the Supreme Father, because on this day I turn over to sleep on my other side. If possible, on this day, one should give a qualified person or a teacher some yogurt mixed with rice, as well as some silver, and remain awake throughout the night. This simple observance will free one of all material conditioning. One who observes this sacred Parivartini Ekadashi in this way that I have described will surely attain all kinds of happiness in this world and the kingdom of God hereafter. On hearing this narration with devotion, one will go to the abode of the demigods, the Devatas, and shine there like the moon itself. So powerful is the observance of this Ekadashi. This observance is as powerful as the performance of 1,000 more sacrifices. Parivartini Ekadashi. Happy Vaman Dwadashi, as the Lord Vaman appears on this day. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.